today we'll have a discussion on the first paper of MP Judicial Services. ठीक है? So see, MP is divided into 4 parts actually. MP Judiciary के 4 एग्जाम होते हैं. There are 4 examinations. First one is for civil law. Okay, then comes language. Okay, I will write it in a whiteboard for you so that you can understand clearly. See, civil law, paper 1 you call it. Civil law, then language and translation. Okay, language. Okay, so this is paper 2. Then comes criminal law, and lastly we have judgment writing. Okay, judgment writing. Abhi all these examinations are of 100 marks each. Okay, 100 100 100 100. Okay, 100 100 100 and 100. Today we'll discuss this paper. Okay, followed by criminal law and judgment writing later on. Okay, so see, civil law mein the paper is generally divided into 5 parts. Okay, if you can see the screen, here you go. See, this is the general paper. Okay, so there are 7 portions in total. Okay, mixed law. First is, let's discuss with the first one. It starts with constitution. Okay, it starts with constitution. Constitution mein they'll ask you the most number of questions generally. Okay, which are 8 8 8. Most in the sense that the most important ones. Okay, you can really score well in these papers because generally the questions are descriptive in nature and something you've read. Paper बहुत easy आता है. I would tell you how, but see, paper is easy and difficult both at the same time, to be honest. ठीक है? Why would I say that it is easy? Because the questions are very generic. Okay, normally the questions have been really generic of MP Judicial Services. They've been theoretical in nature, not really. They do not really get into the case laws and everything. Okay, case laws in the sense that the latest case laws. But this time, the paper, the level of the paper in totality, I would say was hard. Okay, was hard. Why am I saying so? Because see, generally what used to happen, they used to ask you 12 questions. Okay, 12 questions. 11 questions were of 8 marks each. Okay, 11 questions were of 8 marks each. 8 marks के 11 सवाल पूछते थे. They used to ask you 11 questions of 8 marks, and they used to ask you one question of 12 marks. That is, it used to be the mixed one. Okay, we'll go towards it. It used to be the mixed one, and they used to ask you 12 marks a question. Generally 3 questions or 4 questions depending on the marks. If there are 4 questions, they'll be of 3 marks, and if there are 3 questions, they'll be of 4 marks. So 12 marks आपके cover हो जाते थे. This is how you used to cover 12 marks. Okay, so see, this year what they did was they gave you a lot of questions. This year we did not have 12 questions, but as you can see, I'll show you in the paper itself. They've asked you somewhere around 18 questions actually. Okay, this is something which is really intriguing. See, it's divided into these parts. Okay, constitution number 1, then comes civil CPC. So consti CPC दोनों से दो सब में दो marks के questions पूछे जाते थे. ठीक है, in all these papers they used to ask you two questions of 8 marks each. Okay, तो CPC, consti, then TPA again, then Indian Contract Act. Okay, then SRA again they used to ask you 2 questions, TP again 2 questions, contract again 2 questions. Okay, then in limitation they used to ask you 1 question. Okay, तो कितने हो गए आपके टोटल? 11 questions हो गए यहाँ पे. ठीक है, 11 questions in total. It would depend. Sometimes they can ask you 4 marks के 2 questions also, but generally it used to be how many questions? So please repeat what you told. I will repeat everything, don't worry. Okay, see, in the last paper, in this paper they used to ask you 1 question. Okay, limitation, and then comes the mixed portion. So in total, how many questions are there? 12. Okay. I will repeat again. If you'll see how many portions are there, we'll count also. Tell me. The first portion is Constitution. Okay. Constitution, so they used to ask you 2 questions. Okay. CPC. Again, 2 questions. Okay. Then PPA or Transfer of Property Act. Again, 2 questions. Okay. Contract Act. How many questions again? 2 questions. ठीक है. SRA से 2 सवाल. SRA also they used to ask you 2 questions. So how many questions so far? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 10 questions. Okay, 10 questions from these portions. Okay, then after SRA comes limitation. In limitation, they'll ask you 1 question. This was the old pattern. Okay, this is what has been followed so far, I would say. अभी तक का मतलब, अभी तक मतलब till 2019. And lastly comes the mixed portion. Okay, the mixed portion. In this, there'll be 4 questions. Okay, or 3 questions depending on their discretion, and they'll the marks are divided accordingly. Agar 4 सवाल है, if there are 4 questions, then 3 marks each, and if there are 3 questions, then 4 marks each. Okay, so 88 total. If I have to calculate, it becomes 88 plus 12. Okay, therefore 100. Okay, so have you understood the pattern so far? This was the pattern. ठीक है, अभी तक का ऐसे डिस्कस किया जाता था, and that is why it was relatively easy. I would say easy in the sense that देखो questions are easy and you have to write long answers, so you do not have to think so much in the sense that अभी छोटा लिखूं अभी ज्यादा लिखूं. You do not really have to calculate the content portion कि okay, this is how I'm going to write this question, these are the number of words I have to write. Okay, if there is an 8 mark question, it is going to be long answer only, then 2.53 pages at least you have to write. Okay, this is the general pattern of MP. Okay, 2.5 to 3 pages at least. I mean, ठीक है, 8 mark का सवाल है तो this much you have to write, and it used to take somewhere around 15 minutes if you divide, 12 to 15 minutes if you are dividing your time, 12 मिनट से 15 मिनट. ठीक है, आइडियली तो आपका खत्म हो जाएगा पेपर. ठीक है, मतलब टाइम पे यू कैन कंप्लीट इट ऑन time, finish it on time. ठीक है, has everybody understood this thing, the pattern of previous years? That is why it was relatively easy. Okay, now this year the tables have turned a bit. Okay, this year what happened, just give me a moment. Okay, see, this year what happened was they asked you 18 questions in total. ठीक है, 18 questions in total. They changed the pattern a bit. I would say, in my opinion, this pattern is similar to that of Uttarakhand and UP. Okay, Uttarakhand and UP. Okay, why is it so? Let's just share it in the whiteboard itself. Okay, see, why are we saying UP and Uttarakhand? Because see, in Uttarakhand and UP, what happens is they'll ask you 18 questions in substantive law, for example. Okay, UP and Uttarakhand, they'll ask you 18 questions in Uttarakhand and UP substantive law. They'll ask you 4 questions of 15 marks. Okay, 4 questions of 15 marks, and rest of the questions are of 10 marks each. In total, there are somewhere around 18 questions in Uttarakhand. ठीक है, अभी आप सब पोर्शन डिस्कस करने बैठोगे तो कभी कभी 20 भी हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, मतलब क्योंकि 18 क्वेश्चन, दे आर आस्किंग यू 18 क्वेश्चंस, आउट ऑफ दोस 18 क्वेश्चंस दे माइट डू दिस थिंग दैट एक क्वेश्चन में विल फर्दर डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 पार्ट्स ऑफ 5 मार्क्स ईच. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द जनरल पैटर्न, एंड दीज क्वेश्चंस, ओके, अगर 10 मार्क का है मान लो, इफ द क्वेश्चंस ऑफ 10 मार्क्स, सो यू राइट समवेयर अराउंड 1.5 पेजेस. 1.5 शीट 2 शीट के आसपास आप लिखोगे. कंटेंट इज समवेयर अराउंड 200 वर्ड्स, 180 वर्ड्स और समथिंग. essential ingredients, and that is it. ठीक है, कैसे, how are you going to write the question? If the questions of 10 marks, you write the policy, okay, section, I mean the provision itself. Okay, the provision you'll explain, द डेफिनेशन दैट इज कि किस सेक्शन में कहाँ क्या दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. देन आफ्टर दैट यू विल एक्सप्लेन द इंग्रेडिएंट्स. नाउ व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय इंग्रेडिएंट्स? देखो अनुकृति, इफ यू सी 2 पेजेस फॉर 10 मार्क्स, इट मीन्स दैट द क्वेश्चन टोटालिटी आप देखो, यहाँ पे वो क्वेश्चन 4 मार्क्स का हो जाता है, ठीक है. तो इट इज अ शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन, आई वुड से 10 मार्क का क्वेश्चन हो तो छोटा सवाल है. यूपी में तो दे गिव यू द पेजेस आर ऑल्सो लाइक दे टेल यू द वर्ड लिमिट ऑल्सो, द पेजेस आल्सो लिमिटेड. ओके, तो 150 पन्ने, 150 वर्ड, 200 वर्ड से ऊपर आप वैसे भी नहीं लिख पाओगे, ठीक है. देन इंग्रेडिएंट्स. ओके, इंग्रेडिएंट्स. ओके, इंग्रेडिएंट्स. ओके, इंग्रेडिएंट्स इन द सेंस के सिंपल टर्म में इसेंशियल पॉइंट्स लिख लेते हैं यहाँ पे, ठीक है. कीवर्ड्स, essential points you write. Essentials. And essentials, when I'm saying you have to write the essentials, ऐसा नहीं है कि see, if I'm saying no, I'm telling you the Uttarakhand's pattern. Yes, I will explain how it is similar here. Wait, I'm talking about यूपी एंड उत्तराखंड. यूपी में देखो जो 15 मार्क का सवाल है ना, वो यहाँ 8 मार्क का सवाल है. Any question which is of 15 marks, let's say in UP and Uttarakhand, it is of 8 marks here. Okay, and any question which is of 10 marks in UP and Uttarakhand, it is of 4 marks here. Okay, so if the question is of 4 marks in MP and 10 marks in UP, for example, then you write this much. ठीक है, have you understood this now? Okay, is this clear? This is the pattern. Okay, अगर सिमिलर क्यों? क्योंकि वहां 15 मार्क का आता था, यहाँ 8 मार्क का आता था, ठीक है. देन उस हिसाब से आप लिखोगे, ठीक है. इट डिफर्स फ्रॉम स्टेट टू स्टेट. आई एम टेलिंग द मार्किंग पैटर्न डिफर्स फ्रॉम स्टेट टू स्टेट. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंटेंट यू हैव टू राइट, ठीक है. क्या क्या लिखोगे? पॉलिसी लिखोगे, सेक्शन लिखोगे, राइट द बाय प्रोविजन. essentials, see essentials you do not have to explain them in detail but in brief. Okay, briefly you'll explain the essential ingredients, then you write the relevant case laws slash illustrations. Okay, it depends on your discretion. If you can write both, well and good. If you cannot, at least write one of them. Okay, landmark judgment, the first one and the last one, the latest one, that is. Okay, or illustrations. Okay, have you understood? This is the general pattern for 4 marks in MP and 10 marks in UP/Uttarakhand. Okay, so this is how much you have to write. Okay, for small answers I'm saying. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन छोटा आता है, हरियाणा में also you'll get this thing, तो इतना आपको लिखना ही लिखना है. This is at least how much you have to write. Okay, 4 marks, 10 marks, whatever. Rajasthan we'll discuss later on whenever it comes. Okay, right now just focus on where we are standing. Okay, have you understood this point? Policy, section, essentials in brief and case laws. This is for 10 marks और 4 marks in MP. 4 marks के लिए इतना लिखोगे आप, ठीक है. This is for 4 marks. Now comes the second thing, which is what about 8 marks? So for 8 marks, as we've already discussed, आप लोगों ने, there are guidelines also, you keep writing answers also. तो आपको पता ही है कितना लिखना है. You'll write the policy, है ना. This is something which you've been doing in LawSeco for a while now, I believe. You've been writing answers consistently, है ना. So how will you write? You'll policy, history, okay, how it started. This is for longer answers. Okay, the first judgment, for example, है ना. जैसे IPC में होगा तो McNaughton's case for insanity, right? That is the first judgment. So that you have to write policy, history, why was it introduced? Okay. Similarly, after that, you'll explain the section. You write the keywords of the Bayer Act, students. Okay. Keywords of the Bayer Act are important because they want to see that not only do you know the Bayer Act, but they also want to see that you can explain the Bayer Act in your own words. So both these things are really important. Okay. Section. Then after that, you will explain essentials. Here you have to write in detail. When I'm saying in detail, this means that at least a little bit of whatever you studied in the class. Okay, थोड़ा सा अगर आप बताओगे, not just the keywords, but also what it incorporates, and if there are any relevant case laws for the same essentials, you have to explain those as well. So essentials in detail, a little detail मतलब, ठीक है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप वही समझाते रहेंगे तो आपका पेपर छूट जाएगा. You have to complete your paper also, which is the most important thing. पेपर अगर आपका कंप्लीट होता है ना तो आप क्लियर कर लोगे पेपर, 90% चांसेस है, ठीक है, 90% चांसेस है कि आप पेपर क्लियर कर लोगे अगर आपका पेपर कंप्लीट होता है तो। ठीक है, इसेंशियल्स हो गए डिटेल में, फिर केस लॉज हो गए, केस लॉ स्टार्ट्स, illustrations you'll write, and finally you will conclude. Okay, finally you will conclude. So this paper, this question, that is, it will be of 250 to 350 words, or 250 to 350 words or more, depending on the content you are writing, but इतना तो minimum होना चाहिए, है ना, इतना तो लिखोगे लिखोगे, 2.5 पन्ने, that is 2.5 pages, so at least I'm saying. Why am I saying at least? Because obviously there will be times जब आपका पेपर छूट रहा होगा, ठीक है, जब आपका पेपर छूट रहा होगा, तो उस टाइम पे आपको इतना मान के चलना है कि मैं इतना लिखूंगा ही लिखूंगा। ठीक है, और अगर वो भी नहीं हो पाए तो प्लीज, ठीक है, क्योंकि पेपर का पहला रूल है कि पूरा का पूरा पेपर खत्म जरूर करो, आए ना आए, समझ में आए ना आए, कुछ तो याद आएगा, देयर बी समथिंग यू विल बी एबल टू रिमेम्बर, देयर बी एटलीस्ट वन थिंग जो आपको याद आएगी, एटलीस्ट देन फोकस ऑन दैट, और बेयर एक्ट प्रोविजन तो यूल रिमेम्बर। ठीक है, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली यू क्लियर्ड योर प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जाम, आपका बेयर एक्ट पे इतना कमांड तो होगा ही होगा। ठीक है, बिकॉज प्री के लिए बेयर एक्ट्स आर रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, स्पेशली इन एमपी। ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? हैव यू अंडरस्टूड द मैनर in which how we have to attempt everything? Okay, okay, everybody else, there are so many students. Okay, Ahana and all, Ahana, Akansha, Aditya, Anu, Anukriti, Bhavna, Chikita, Malika, Muskan and all, Sakshi, Seema, Arora, Snigdha, Utkarsh, Vinita, Vipul Saran, Vipul Varan, Yash Seth. Okay, so we'll clear the board now. Once you've discussed the pattern and how you have to attempt, now let's get back to the paper itself. Is it 330 or 350? 350, 350 at least. Okay. Yes, Akash, you have a question.
So, sir, in 4 marks question, we can ignore conclusion and we can.
Why do you have to ignore conclusion? Conclusion तो हर आंसर में आता है. I just wrote it there as a point कि conclusion में ही आपके illustration दूंगे या कुछ होगा. कुछ तो लिखोगे conclusion में भी. Conclusion कहीं इग्नोर मत करो. छोटा लिखो मतलब.
So, sir, 8 marks और 4 marks में सिर्फ elaborative रहेगा difference, right?
डिफरेंस, और ज्यादा आप कंटेंट लिख सकते हो, मतलब जितना ज्यादा आएगा, देखो बताऊंगा मैं तुम्हें, 8 मार्क्स में ज्यादा सवाल भी पूछे जाता है। ठीक है, डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 पार्ट्स जनरली, एक क्वेश्चन ये ऐसे होता है।
क्योंकि मोर और लेस मुझे पैटर्न सेम लगे थे, तो मुझे लगा कि शायद कंटेंट ज्यादा इसमें एलोबरेटिव ज्यादा करना होगा। ओके,
इट डिपेंड्स। ठीक है, चलो, जस्ट गिव मी अ मोमेंट ना स्टूडेंट्स, देयर इज सम डिस्टर्बेंस, आई विल जस्ट कम इन 5 मिनट्स, देयर इज वन इशू। Okay, sir, how is this is not similar to Rajasthan. Okay, we'll discuss Rajasthan when we have to. Okay, when the paper comes. Right now, we'll just discuss what happened in MP. Okay, क्या क्या पूछता है, क्या क्या नहीं पूछता। ठीक है, so I've understood the pattern, everybody. See, this year, sir, is this paper similar to Bihar? Not exactly, but yeah, मतलब idea ले लो आप broad. This paper is not exactly similar to anything else but Uttarakhand and UP this year. Generally, they have their own pattern, which I've told you also. 11 questions, 8 marks के, and there'll be one question which will be of 4 marks each, divided into 3 parts, 4 marks each. वो होगा 12वां सवाल आपका। ठीक है, that would be your 12th question. So this is how, see, the first portion deals with constitution every year. Okay, so generally they'll ask you questions from fundamental rights, fundamental duties, okay, DPSP, and max to max they'll go for the president and this emergency portion. Okay, slash emergency portion. Detailed analysis आपको already you've received from the LMS portal and everything. You have our team has been working on it. तो वो आपको detailed analysis भी बता देगा कि किस किस portion से कितना ज्यादा आता है in general. Okay, but today इधर के पेपर में we have got a question from fundamental rights. ठीक है, yes मुस्कान?
Yes, I wanted to ask कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जैसे जो एंड में चैप्टर्स दिए हुए हैं, जैसे पंचायत के ऊपर और म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज इस सब के ऊपर, उनमें से कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आता।
जनरली नहीं आता, पर आप फिर भी एक पढ़ के तो पूरा जाओगे, है ना, पढ़ के पूरा
Okay,
जाओगे,
अब
बट
bear
दीज,
with you.
हाँ, बट दीज आर द पोर्शन यू हैव टू फोकस प्राइमरीली. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Also, मतलब the team must have provided you with the detailed analysis. हर पेपर का they have this thing. You can ask them if you haven't. कि they'll provide you कहाँ से कितना पूछा जाता है. ठीक है. The test prep team will provide you the same. ठीक है. So for that you can ask them. Adarsh, you have a question.
So actually the detailed analysis in LMS doesn't cover the 2019 and 2020 वाला paper.
तो उतना हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. 2020 तो आप आज बैठ ही रहे हो हमारे साथ. क्यों? है ना, उससे पहले की कहानी आपको पता ही है. ठीक है. So see, today, अब इस पेपर में क्या था? See, this paper discussed freedom of religion and its limitations thereof. Okay, this question has been previously asked in MP itself in 2018. Oh. Okay, it was asked in 2018 and 2012. ठीक है, 2018 और 2012 में ये पूछा गया है. So it appears to be a pretty familiar question. Apart from being asked in MP, this is often asked in UP as well. Okay, apart from MP. So this appears to be a very important question at large. Okay, काफी जगह पूछा जाता है. So this is something you have to be very thorough with. Okay, fundamental rights are something you have to be really thorough with. Okay, so how are you going to attempt this question? देखो ये 8 मार्क्स का सवाल है, बाकी सब 4-4 मार्क्स के सवाल है. तो अगर हम टोटल कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो दे हैव आस्क्ड यू 18 क्वेश्चंस हियर दिस टाइम. ठीक है, दिस इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. ठीक है, तो अब आप सोचोगे कितना लिखूं, क्या लिखूं, कैसे लिखूं. सो यू स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चन, यू स्टार्ट विद द पॉलिसी. सी, फॉर मी, हाउ आई डिस्कस द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन वुड बी, how I would frame it personally is, I would start with the preamble itself. Okay, why preamble? Because preamble tells you that India is a secular country, है ना. Preamble opens the key. Preamble allows us to understand what our constitution exactly stands for, and secularism is an important part. Then I'll explain when was it first introduced, that is the amendment, 42nd amendment. Okay, this I will tell. Okay, after telling the amendment, I will move further. I would try to explain if I have any relevant case laws for secularism. Okay, I will just share it in the whiteboard. Okay, see, how will I start? I will start with secularism, explain the basic details. Okay, case law if any. In this case, Bommai's judgment, SR Bommai. Okay, SR Bommai. Okay, SR Bommai's judgment was pretty important. So I'll explain that. Okay, that how was it introduced. Then I will move further. I will explain Article 25. Okay, see, if you see the question, you'll notice one thing, that they've asked you not only the question, that they've not asked you only the right to freedom of religion, but they've also asked you the limitations. Okay, that is what has it been subjected to. ठीक है, क्या क्या restrictions है freedom of religion में. So if I have to explain the same thing, मैं कैसे start करूंगा? I will tell both the portions. Okay, sorry, I will explain both the portions. Okay, I'll explain secularism number 1, then I'll explain Article 25. Simply I'll explain Article 25 में क्या क्या दिया गया है ना, practice, propagate and everything. आप उसके ingredients लिखोगे. See, I'm not going to discuss each and every ingredient because it will take ages, है ना, 1.5 घंटे हो जाएगा, 2 घंटे हम ये डिस्कस करते रहेंगे. So that I'm not going to discuss. I'll just tell you the essential ingredients, क्या क्या आपको लिखना है, कितना आपका कंटेंट होना चाहिए. ठीक है, डिटेल्स और आपका जो भी मतलब एनालिसिस है या क्लैरिटी है, कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी, दैट विल बी डेल्ट विद इन द क्लास, मस्ट हैव बीन डेल्ट विद आल्सो इन सर्टेन सेक्शन, मतलब सर्टेन एक्ट्स एंड एवरीथिंग. ओके, ठीक है. तो आर्टिकल 25 आप बताओगे. आर्टिकल 25 में व्हाट आर द रिस्ट्रेंट्स, दैट यू विल एक्सप्लेन. सो व्हाट आई वुड डू इज, आई वुड स्टार्ट विथ द जनरल एट लार्ज ओनली. I would explain policy. I would explain the first case law, which is SR Bommai. Okay, amendment and everything. Then I'll explain everything at large. Article 25, 26 and 27 क्या कहता है. ठीक है, 26 and 27 what are they saying, ठीक है. So I'll explain everything कि हाँ taxes evasion है, 28 भी बता दूंगा थोड़ा सा, है ना, कि चलो ये है, ये सब है, जो भी मतलब whatever the essential ingredients are, I'll explain them everything. Article 25 I'll particularly focus upon because there are a lot of things that is, see, there is not only the explanation at large, but the restrictions are also really beautifully mentioned, na, Article 25. So I'll explain those. Then I'll get to the restrictions involved. Okay, restrictions involved. So पहला restriction क्या है? See, the basic restriction which is there in most of the cases is that public order, morality and health. Public order, morality, health. There is one more in Article 25 which is other provisions. Okay, public order, morality, health and health. So I'll explain in the exceptions that these are the restrictions, primary restrictions, okay, which are there in all the ingredients, which are there in all the articles. ठीक है, जो भी provision है उसमें ये तो restrictions generally हमको दिखते ही हैं at large. So I'll explain those. Then if I have any case laws related to that, like there is this one situation. I'll give an example. For example, मतलब अगर मुझे कुछ बताना होगा, like forced conversions. Forced conversion is against public order, morality also. Forced conversion is not something that our law would allow us. Okay. So forced conversions is prohibited. So if there is any case law related to that, I will mention that case law. Similarly, I have to see that fundamental rights at large is, I mean the fundamental rights at large, I mean Article 21, ये सारे articles जो हैं, 19, etc., they have been protected as well. So the word other provisions है ना, other provisions. There is this word called other provisions. So that I will explain. ठीक है, ऐसे आप लिखोगे. Then apart from there are certain other restrictions like office related, मतलब financial, etc., Hindu laws में अगर हमें कोई reforms लाने हैं, so that is there. Okay, so these things you can write. Blasphemy, I would not recommend the point of blasphemy. I mean it would not here. ठीक है, लिखना होगा, इतना लिख लोगी ना बहुत होगा. इतने पॉइंट जो है ना इसमें आपका 3.5 पन्ना आराम से भर जाएंगे. ठीक है. So this is how you'll structure your answer. Okay, you'll write the restrictions, you'll write the articles, you'll explain how those restrictions have been imposed upon those articles and what is the purpose of those restrictions as well. You'll explain the purpose of the articles, the main broad concept, and what are the restrictions involved. The case laws which are there. Okay, the first one, the latest one. Okay, for example, you can explain Sabrimala in brief if required. That how is it there, how is it not involved. Okay, so these things you have to explain. So this is how you're going to write a first question. Yes, Muskan.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask that case laws are supposed to be written after we write about the provisions, right?
Yes.
You are saying that in policy we can write SR Bombay. So,
SR Bombay would explain secularism, na? The term secularism when I have to explain.
okay.
So that is when I have to write SR.
So
What
we are
is the
using
policy?
it just for the purpose of citing authority, that what we are writing is backed by some authority.
हाँ,
Okay,
कि सेक्युलरिज्म की डेफिनेशन जो है वो कहाँ दी गई थी करके फर्स्ट टाइम ना, तो आप
Yes,
बताओगे
sir.
एसआर बोमे में पहली बार दी गई. आप चाहो तो आप बाद में भी लिख लो, ये तो मेरा स्ट्रक्चर है
अच्छा.
है ना. आपको लगे आपको लिखना है बाद में लिख लो, पर व्हाट इज माय, सी व्हाट आई बिलीव. देखो, आंसर राइटिंग इज लाइक अ लेटर, है ना. इट बिलीव्स इन योर ओन इमोशंस, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू राइट इट, है ना. आई एम जस्ट योर टीचर, राइट. आई एम गोइंग टू गाइड यू. आई एम दैट फ्रेंड ऑफ योर्स हु इज गोइंग टू टेल यू अच्छा ये लिख लो या वो लिख लो, है ना, जैसे बचपन में टीचर सिखाता था. रेस्ट इट इज योर डिस्क्रिप्शन हाउ यू वांट टू गो फॉरवर्ड विद इट, बट दिस इज द बेसिक पैटर्न. आई मीन दिस
But
इज व्हाट
we'll
आई वुड
still
हैव डन.
get the same marks, right, sir?
हाँ,
It
अगर
doesn't
आपका
matter
आंसर,
if
हाँ,
I write SR Bombay before mentioning the provision
not
or
really,
after mentioning
not
the
really. It
provision.
depends how you wrote the answer. If you illustrated SR Bombay correctly in the beginning itself, then it is well and good. अगर आप बाद में अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर पाते हो, that depends on the discretion of the person who's checking your paper as well, right? है ना. हर आदमी का अलग अलग होता है, क्यों? This is where human element comes, right? But I would have done this thing, I'm saying. I mean, actually, I did. ठीक है. So this is how you have to write it. Okay? Have you understood? Yes, Akash.
सर आपने बताया कि 3.4 और 3.5 और 4 पेजेस वुड बी सफिशिएंट। सो सर हमें अगर वर्ड्स वाइज देखना हो या फिर लाइन वाइज देखना हो तो
350
ओके
350 वर्ड्स में हो जाता है। कम से कम एक बार लिख के देखो, खुद पता चल जाएगा कितने वर्ड्स कितने टाइम में लिखते हो आप।
ओके सर। सो अगर हम लाइन वाइज देखें तो हमें पॉलिसी में कितने लाइन सफिशिएंट होंगे सर?
30 लाइन, मतलब 30 वर्ड से 60 वर्ड्स होंगे, 60 वर्ड एटलीस्ट हो,
तो
है ना।
दैट मीन्स 4 से 5 लाइन। ओके सर।
लिख के देखना आकाश,
ओके
लिखोगे
सर।
ना, प्रैक्टिस करोगे, तुम्हारी हैंड राइटिंग पे भी डिपेंड करता
ओके सर।
है ना। कंसिडर नो, दैट इज व्हाट इज a task actually. 3 pages to people write only. That is why it is a paper. They want to see how you perform under pressure actually. There's something my friend told me. He's a judge in UP. He told me once that they want to see how much you can perform under pressure, which is why the papers are so lengthy. Because you have to write judgments in half an hour, 1 hour, है ना। जब आप कोर्ट में बैठोगे 15 मिनट, आधे घंटे में जजमेंट लिखना होता है, 1 घंटे में जजमेंट लिखना होता है। तो यार दे हैव टू सी हाउ जज पेपर के टाइम पे दे आर टेस्टिंग यू। आपकी तैयारी आज से स्टार्ट होती है, आपकी तैयारी वहां जाके स्टार्ट नहीं होती जब आप प्रीलिम्स क्लियर कर लेते हो, ठीक है। So always remember this point. Okay, Adarsh. Now the second question is fundamental duties. Fundamental duties, see, this is a 4 marker and this is a 4 marker again. So in these questions, I'll just explain the basic concepts. I will explain the amendments and I'll explain the sections. I mean, explain the ingredients. Okay. I will let all the 11 fundamental duties that are there. What is the purpose? What is the policy? Okay. Why were the fundamental duties involved? That with every right comes a duty. Okay, this is why fundamental duties are there. Because अगर हमें कुछ rights मिल रहे हैं, we are getting some rights, certain rights are there. So obviously there is this duty also I have towards the other person. Okay, which is why fundamental duties have been incorporated. This is how I'll start my answer. Then I explain the fundamental duties. अब fundamental duties भी ना अलग-अलग types में divided है. Like towards the nation, towards the community, है ना, औरतों के प्रति, व्यक्तियों के प्रति, community के प्रति, है ना, समाज के प्रति, environment के प्रति, what are my duties, है ना. So these points are there. So this is how I would have explained my answer, rather than writing fundamental duties directly कि 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 ऐसे ऐसे, है ना. आप थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन कर लो, that would beautify your answer, right? Don't you think? है ना, थोड़ा मजा आ जाएगा, आप भी पढ़ोगे, आपको भी लगेगा हाँ ये तो मैंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं था कि नेशनल नेशन के प्रति मेरी यही ड्यूटी है. The examiner will also understand that this person has understood what his duties are towards a particular person, है ना, towards the community at large, towards women, right? So those 11 duties you're going to explain in fundamental duties, and then after that खत्म कहानी, conclude कर दोगे, ठीक है. केस लॉज याद है, नवीन जिंदल का याद आ गया तो वो लिख लो, है ना. if there are any other case laws you remember, write those. Okay. Okay, this is how you're going to write. Then comes preamble of constitution. Okay, preamble. अब preamble में how you're going to write? You'll write the basic preamble first of all, है ना. क्या है बताओ basic preamble? See, what you will do is you will write the definition first: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, you will explain the policy behind the preamble. Why did I introduce the preamble? Preamble क्या है? Preamble came towards the end of, मतलब it was one of the most important provisions और last में incorporate करा गया, ठीक है. They incorporated at last. Then you'll explain the ingredients, sovereign, socialist, etc etc etc. अब आप यहाँ पे बता दो कि ये सब दिया कहाँ है, sovereign, socialist, है ना, secular कहाँ है. तो आर्टिकल 25 फॉर एग्जाम्पल, छोटा छोटा बता दो. 25 में बताया है, यहाँ पे sovereign है, this is how it is a socialist. How are we explaining the socialist provision? Then DPSP is there, which is allowing us to understand that a socialist government is also there, right? DPSP में, if you think about it, socialism is there, right? Have you understood this point? क्यों, समझ आ रहा है? तो ऐसे आप स्टार्ट करोगे, हेडिंग समझाओगे, सॉवरेन, सोशलिस्ट, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. फिर आप बताओगे अगला पॉइंट, जस्टिस, लिबर्टी, इक्वालिटी, है ना. हाउ आर वी अचीविंग दीज थिंग्स, यूल एक्सप्लेन. जस्टिस, लिबर्टी और इक्वालिटी कैसे मिल रही है हमको, है ना, these points you'll explain. And lastly you'll explain what is the end goal which has been incorporated through the preamble, which is to attain fraternity, भाईचारा. See, fraternity is the end goal ना of constitution. दुनिया में समृद्धि बने रहे, है ना, भाईचारा बना रहे, है ना, एकता बनी रहे. So these things will allow us to achieve this एकता, and this is what you have to explain. इतना बता दोगे 150 से 200 वर्ड्स में, आपके आंसर पक्का हो जाएगा. 4 में से आपको 3 मार्क्स, 2.5 मार्क मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? यस, एवरीबडी एल्स अंडरस्टूड? सोनी वगैरह, सोनी, सिद्धार्थ पांडे भाई साहब, शशांक शर्मा, शशांक, मौली, मोहित, मल्लिका, किरण, कल्याणी, ना सब समझ गए? यस तस्नीम, you have a question?
So right now, as you said that in justice, liberty and equality, we'll write at how we are achieving. Can you please explain in what sense we have to write that?
इक्वालिटी फॉर एग्जाम्पल आर्टिकल 14 में है, सोशल इक्वालिटी है ना, ये सब आर्टिकल 14 है. लिबर्टी कैसे सिक्योर करते हैं, आर्टिकल 21 में है, लिबर्टी सिक्योर कर रहे हैं हम लोग अपनी, है ना. जस्टिस हो गया, है ना, है ना, जस्टिस कैसे मिलेगा? अब आपको वकील मिलता है, यू आर गेटिंग अ लॉयर, राइट टू बी हर्ड इज देयर, आर्टिकल 20 is there, right? Representation is there. So these are the points. There are so many things, and it's really beautiful also how you can explain. This is a very beautiful answer if you want to write, है ना, इस पे आप बहुत अच्छा लिख सकते हो. So this again is your letter. Okay, this is something you have to write yourself. Okay, have you understood this point now? Basic
Yes.
concept, everybody else understood, right? Moving further, अभी अगला पोर्शन देखते हैं. See, this is why I'm saying it is a difficult paper, primarily because of this question. This question, यह आज तक कहीं नहीं पूछा गया, ठीक है, शायद ही कहीं पूछा गया होगा क्रॉस ऑब्जेक्शन. इट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पोर्शन, बट एट लार्ज इट हैज नॉट बीन आस्क्ड इन जनरली. ओके, इफ यू गो थ्रू, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच नेवर हैज बीन आस्क्ड इन एमपी. So this is why this is a very good question, and it is a very important question as well. So there can be twists and turns. Why am I saying twists and turns? Because cross objection के लिए ना, the case laws which they were asking were, there have been recent developments as well. So this is one question which I believe they thought that if a person can write a recent case law, it would be great. ठीक है, so this is why this question is important. So this is why the paper became a little bit more difficult, I would say. Now there are 3 questions again here. The first question relates with transfer of decree. Okay, transfer of decree. What is transfer of decree? This you have to explain. So how will I explain? एग्जीक्यूशन से रिलेटेड है ना ये क्वेश्चन, तो मैं एग्जीक्यूशन की पॉलिसी समझा दूंगा. एग्जीक्यूशन मैंने इसलिए बताया क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूं कि इफ अ डिक्री हैज बीन गिवन, देन इफेक्टिव एग्जीक्यूशन इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर कंप्लीट जस्टिस. ओके, कंप्लीट जस्टिस के लिए इफेक्टिव एग्जीक्यूशन इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. देयरफॉर दिस प्रोविजन इज देयर एग्जीक्यूशन के लिए. देयर इज दिस प्रोविजन फॉर ट्रांसफरिंग द डिक्री एज वेल. ओके, ट्रांसफरिंग the case to another court for execution. And in this thing, then again you have to write the following provision. Section 39 clause 4. Okay, section 42, very important. Section 42 will explain. You can explain precepts in brief if you want to, if you have the time. And while explaining the powers, okay, while explaining the powers, you can also incorporate section 51. Okay, so this is how your structure should be. You'll explain the provision of execution. तुम बताओगे execution क्यों होता है, because obviously you want an effective decree, है ना. Decree pass होना is not enough. Decree का execution is also important. So that you'll explain. Then you'll explain the provision. Section 39(4) is there. Section 42 is there. These provisions you'll explain in detail. Precepts you can explain in brief. And 42, while I'm writing 42, see 42 discusses powers of the execution court, similar to that of the primary court, that is the court of original jurisdiction. ठीक है. So while explaining that, I can also tell the powers, जो भी पावर होती है, डार्म करके बोलते हैं उनको, डिलीवरी, अटैचमेंट, अरेस्ट, है ना, रिसीवर और एनी अदर मैनर करके. ठीक है, तो ऐसे लिखोगे. ठीक है, समझ में आया सबके? इसको आप थोड़ा लंबा लिखोगे, भावनाओं में बहोगे थोड़ा सा, यू हैव टू राइट अ लॉन्ग आंसर. Okay, so you'll explain how it started, everything else, all the provisions related to that, and how it has to be effectively executed. Okay, if this you can complete in 3 pages and it's a good question, you're saving your time, well and good. If you want to write extra, if you have a lot of time, if you're a fast writer, I would say, है ना, जल्दी लिख लेते हो आप, तो आप ये भी बोल सकते हो क्या एग्जीक्यूट होगा क्या नहीं होगा, ब्रीफ में बता दो, है ना, ये अटैच हो जाएगी, ये प्रॉपर्टी अटैच नहीं होगी. बट दैट इज नॉट समथिंग विच इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, है ना. मेन आपका आइडिया ये होता है पेपर कंप्लीट हो, मैं सारे एसेंशियल जो है वो बता दूं, उतना आप इतना बता दोगे बहुत है. ठीक है बच्चों, समझ आया? है ना. यस यस, ठीक है. अभी देखो दूसरा प्रोविजन है अपॉइंटमेंट एंड ड्यूटीज ऑफ रिसीवर. इसके लिए सिंपल है, ऑर्डर 40 है. ठीक है, ऑर्डर 40, ऑर्डर 40 आपको पूरा लिखना है. यहाँ पे आप बताओगे रिसीवर क्यों अपॉइंट किया जाता है, वाई इज ही अपॉइंटेड, बिकॉज इट इज अ प्रॉपर्टी रिलेटेड डिस्प्यूट, यू वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट द प्रॉपर्टी, है ना. सो हाउ इज ही गोइंग टू प्रोटेक्ट द प्रॉपर्टी, दैट हैज बीन गिवन इन ऑर्डर 40 इटसेल्फ. एंड लास्ट प्रोविजन इज व्हेन कलेक्टर में बी अपॉइंटेड एट रिसीवर, वो है आपका ऑर्डर 40 रूल 5. ठीक है, ये आप लिख दोगे, 4 मार्क का सवाल है, 1.5 पन्ने में आप निपटा दोगे. ठीक है, समझ में आया? छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चंस हैं, बहुत टाइम लेते हैं. 1.5 पेजेस जब हम बोलते हैं ना, व्हेन आई एम सेइंग राइट नाउ एंड आई एम थिंकिंग 1.5, इट इज ओके. व्हेन यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग ना, you won't get the time to rest your hands also. If you're a relatively average writer, I would say, if you're writing 20 words per minute, let's say, है ना, 20 words per minute मान लो, अगर आप 23 से 26 लिखते हो, आपका पेपर हो जाएगा टाइम पे कंप्लीट, बिल्कुल आराम से हो जाएगा. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी. अगर 20 लिखते हो तो आपको थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, हो जाएगा, पर भगवान का साथ चाहिए होगा आपको. ठीक है, कि सब कुछ याद आ जाए आपको पेपर में वहां पे. इसीलिए कहते हैं प्रैक्टिस करो थोड़ी. ठीक है, फ्रेम योर आंसर्स, बिकॉज दीज आर नॉर्मल क्वेश्चंस, इट्स नॉट लाइक दे नॉट बीन आस्क्ड एनीवेयर, हर जगह पूछे जाता है. ठीक है, तो आपको क्वेश्चन तो पता होगा, लिख के दिखाओ वाला है चैलेंज. ठीक है, एंड विच इज वाई एमपी गेट्स डिफिकल्ट, एंड दिस टाइम इट बिकेम मोर डिफिकल्ट. बहुत बच्चों का पेपर छूटा है, बहुत बच्चों का. If I have to say, if I have to ask in my circle, or people I've spoken to, or they've spoken to, people in the examination center, right? My center was in Indore, नहीं ग्वालियर, सॉरी ग्वालियर, नॉट इंदौर. ओके, ग्वालियर. सो ग्वालियर में मेरा सेंटर था, तो ग्वालियर में द इंस्टीट्यूट वाज द विक्रांत इंस्टीट्यूट करके. सो उधर whoever you'll ask, there were a lot of issues. मतलब बच्चों का बहुत छूटा, and a lot of them have completed also. So those who have completed, they have a good chance, I would say. Those who can't complete, it becomes a bit difficult for them. It is not like you would not clear it if your answers are good. अगर 5-10 मार्क का छूटा तो फिर भी बनता है चांस, ज्यादा छूटेगा फिर नहीं होगा. ठीक है, सो प्राइमरी रिमेंबर, यू हैव टू फिनिश योर पेपर. ठीक है, ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? क्या लिखोगे, ऑर्डर 40 लिखोगे, सिंपल सिंपल, और फिर ऑर्डर 40 रूल 5 समझा दोगे. वो है सेकंड पोर्शन, कलेक्टर कब अपॉइंट किया जाएगा, तो उसके लिए ऑर्डर 40 रूल 5 है. ठीक है, देन कम्स स्कोप ऑफ क्रॉस ऑब्जेक्शन. ओके, this was a new question. This is something you'll study in your CPC. Okay, this relates to objections, this relates to cross objections at the stage of appeal. Okay, so the scope basically, if at large I have to explain, scope basically ये था कि entire decree you do not have to question, only a part of the decree, the respondent can apply for cross objection. Only a part of the decree. तो ये बेसिक आंसर था इसका स्कोप का. इसको आपको 4 मार्क्स का है, तो 1 पन्ने 1.5 पन्ने में समझाना था. ठीक है, विल एक्सप्लेन द प्रोविजन, व्हाट इज देयर, हाउ अपील में द पर्सन कैन अप्लाई फॉर क्रॉस ऑब्जेक्शन, एंड व्हाट इज द स्कोप. ओके, सिंपल. ठीक है, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? यू विल बी रीडिंग दिस लेटर ऑन इन CPC, बट फॉर योर आइडिया MC. ठीक है, देयर आर केस लॉज आल्सो, यू कैन गो थ्रू द LMS पोर्टल, recent judgments also, there's some of them. ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? सबके समझ में आया? 3 पोर्शन समझ में आ गए सबके, सिविल, CPC और कॉन्स्टी. वी हैव डिस्कस नाउ. आदित्य, ऐश्वर्या, अहमद, आकाश, अनु, अतुल, एवरीबॉडी, फारा, गौतम, हरसिमरन, मानसी, प्रिंस कुमार, है ना, रविशंकर सर, शर्मा विराज, ठीक है। तो ये है सर आप लोगों का, समझ में आ गया ना सबके? बहुत इजी है, लिखना इजी है, लिखना याद आ जाएगा तुमको, वहां लिखना ठीक है। इट इज द हाउ यू, इट इज प्राइमरी द स्ट्रक्चर एंड हाउ यू कंप्लीट द पेपर. रिमेंबर टू कंप्लीट द पेपर, रिमेंबर टू कंप्लीट द पेपर, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज कंप्लीटिंग द पेपर, ठीक है। ऐसा, और डिसहार्टन मत होना, मान लो पेपर कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाता तो डिसहार्टन मत होना, ये मत सोचो कि होगा ही नहीं। दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये उठता है कि आपने कितना करा है ना। महेंद्र सर फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ही स्कोर्ड 70, है ना, ही कंप्लीटेड हिज थोड़ा सा पोर्शन शायद छूट गया था उसका एक साल पर, तब भी 70 आ गए थे उसके, ठीक है, बिकॉज रेस्ट ऑफ द आंसर्स वर ब्रिलियंट, ओके। थोड़ा सा मतलब 4 मार्क का छूटा होगा मैक्स टू मैक्स, ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं कि पेपर छूट जाए आपका, पर पूरा पेपर अगर आपका अटेम्प्ट होगा तो यूल स्कोर वेल एंड गुड, है ना, बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आएंगे। अगर आप जो लिखते हो अच्छे से लिखते हो, स्ट्रक्चर बना के लिखते हो, तो बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आ सकते हैं। एमपी इज अ गुड पेपर, ओके, पूरा करना बहुत जरूरी है, ठीक है। तो अच्छे से पूरा अटेम्प्ट करोगे, पूरा अटेम्प्ट करोगे, बढ़िया मार्क्स मिलेंगे, है ना। नहीं होता, थोड़ा सा छूट जाता है तो फिर डोंट गेट डिसहार्टन बट वेट फॉर द रिजल्ट, आई वुड से, है ना। और सेकंड पॉइंट है कि अगर गलत लिखते हो, कभी कभी क्या होता है पेपर में गलत हो जाता है ना, तो आदमी पैनिक करने लग जाता है कि अरे मैं तो छोड़ आया, ये हो गया वो हो गया, अगला पेपर भी आप खराब कर दोगे अपना। तो वो मत करना कभी, अगर कभी कुछ गलत हो जाता है, मान लो 4 मार्क का कुछ गलत हो गया, 2 मार्क का कुछ गलत हो गया, बाकी तो आपका पेपर अच्छा ही है ना, है ना। तो डिसहार्टन मत होना। मेन चीज जो होती है ना, लड़ाई ना दिमाग की होती है। पेपर ना जो होता है वो आपके दिमाग से खेला जाता है, वो देखते हैं प्रेशर में कैसा परफॉर्म करता है। आपने पहला पेपर अच्छा करा, दूसरा यू स्क्रूड, दूसरे में गलत हो गया, तो क्या होगा फिर? कुछ कोई बात नहीं, है ना। अगला फिर तीसरा पेपर है, चौथा पेपर है, 4 पेपर है आपके पास, जजमेंट राइटिंग है, बहुत कुछ है आपके पास अभी सामने, है ना। तो उम्मीद मत हारना और पेपर अच्छे से करना, अपनी तरफ से पूरी ड्यू डिलिजेंस रखो, पैनिक मत करो, पेपर में पैनिक मत करना। सबसे बड़ी बात होती है पैनिक करना, वो कभी मत करना, ठीक है। वो करोगे तो आप जज नहीं बनोगे, क्योंकि आप अभी उस सीट के लायक नहीं बने एक तरीके से। दे वॉन्ट टू सी हाउ यू परफॉर्म अंडर प्रेशर। देर आर, ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट नाउ? सो लेट्स गेट बैक टू टीपीए, ठीक है। अगेन पहले क्या होता था, 2 सवाल पूछते थे 8-8 मार्क्स के, इस बार क्या करा इन्होंने, एक सवाल पूछा 8 का और 2 पूछ दिए 4-4 के, ठीक है। दे आस्क्ड यू 8 क्वेश्चन का, 8 मार्क्स का 1 क्वेश्चन एंड 4 मार्क्स के 2 क्वेश्चन। सो अगेन यू हैव टू थिंक हाउ मच हैव टू राइट. So first comes the law related to gift. Okay. So you'll explain everything. Section 122, who is the donor, who is the donee, manner. Okay. Okay. Manner you'll explain. Future नहीं होना चाहिए. Then you'll explain future हो तो क्या होगा, present हो तो क्या होगा, है ना? Okay. See, the answer starts with 122 itself. When you'll read the Bare Act provision, na, 122 has all the ingredients. It is a very good section, I think, for writing answers. That 122 has all the ingredients, and followed by those ingredients are the exceptions to the same. That is when it will not apply. Okay. For example, in future, for a future gift it does not apply, etc., etc. So you read the question, you'll understand how you have to frame the answer. I mean, you'll read the provision, you'll understand how I can write a beautiful answer, but I'm just giving you a hint that the ingredients are there in 122 itself. Okay. After that comes 124, 125, 126, so on and so forth. Okay. So this you'll explain, elements you'll explain, formality you'll explain, सब कुछ बताना, है ना। 8 मार्क का सवाल है तो सब बताना, जितना आपको आता है पूरा हल्का हल्का बता दो। फॉर्मेलिटी यू एक्सप्लेन, है ना, एक्सप्लेन देम एवरीथिंग, देन कंक्लूड। सी, दिस इज आकाश, दिस इज व्हाट माय पॉइंट इज, देयर आर 2 पोर्शंस। ओके, सो यू विल गेट टू नो, हो जाएगा आपका, ठीक है, कि हाँ 2 पोर्शन है तो ऐसा अटेम्प्ट करूंगा। देन कम सस्पेंशन और रेवोकेशन। सो यू एक्सप्लेन व्हेन इट इज रिवोक्ड, राइट। रेवोकेशन के प्रोविजंस आर देयर। ओके, 126 डिस्कसेस दैट. So you explain 126 like mutual consent होती है ना, for something which is not in the hands of the person, donor. Okay, mutual consent. And secondly, if it is voidable under provisions of IC and all. Okay, that is recession allowed होता है या नहीं होता. Okay, तो ऐसे लिखोगे आप आंसर अपना, ठीक है। सबको स्ट्रक्चर समझ में आया? अच्छे से लिखना, ठीक है। पूरा पॉइंट डिस्कस करोगे एक एक, ठीक है। This is the first. This is how you're going to attempt a 8 मार्क का. दिस इज हाउ यू गोइंग टू अटेम्प्ट इट. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया ना सबके? डरना मत, पेपर से डरना मत. ठीक है, बिल्कुल मत डरना. ये मत सोचना ओहो क्या हो गया, ये तो होगा ही नहीं. बिल्कुल नहीं. पेपर कंप्लीट होता है. देखो पेपर कंप्लीट होता है इसीलिए उन्होंने सेटअप करा है तुम्हारे लिए. ठीक है, डरना नहीं है बिल्कुल. अच्छे से अटेम्प्ट करो, पूरा पॉइंटर्स याद करके जाओ. बहुत इजी है, बहुत इजी है. देखो गिफ्ट तो सबको याद रहता है ना, 122 सबको आता है, किसको नहीं आता? इट इज नॉट लाइक दे आस्किंग यू मॉर्टगेज, जो आपको याद करने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, राइट्स ऑफ मॉर्टगेज और मॉर्टगेजी होने को, वो भी बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन है, बट दैट इज अ रिलेटिवली डिफिकल्ट वन है उनसे, है ना. गिफ्ट तो बहुत इजी पोर्शन है, बहुत ही इजी पोर्शन है, तो ये तो सबको याद रहेगा. तो इसमें आप अपना टाइम वेस्ट मत करना. दोस पोर्शंस यू रिमेंबर क्लियरली ना, यू डू नॉट हैव टू थिंक फॉर अ स्प्लिट सेकंड व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू राइट दिस. ओके, लिखो 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 लिखो. दिस इज व्हाई यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग सो मच ना. ठीक है, लिखते रहो लिखते रहो लिखते रहो. अच्छा लिखो बिल्कुल, और खत्म भी हो जाएगा आंसर, टाइमली खत्म होगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. जितनी तैयारी तुम्हारी है अभी आज की डेट से, तुम आराम से सबके सब क्लियर करोगे. ठीक है, मैं इतना बता रहा हूँ. ठीक है, रोज आंसर लिखते हो आप लोग तो हो जाएगा, डरना मत बस. ठीक है, सेकंड इज एक्शनेबल क्लेम. सिंपल अगेन, सेक्शन 3 डिफाइंस एक्शनेबल क्लेम. वो बताओ हाउ इट कैन बी ट्रांसफर्ड. 130 बता दो. ठीक है, 2 पोर्शन का क्वेश्चन है, 4 मार्क्स का सवाल है, 1.5 पन्ने आपके यहाँ निपट जाएंगे. ठीक है, 1.5 पेजेस का क्वेश्चन, यू विल कंप्लीट इट. ठीक है, 2 पोर्शन, सेक्शन 3 यू विल डिफाइन, डेफिनेशन विल एक्सप्लेन एक्शनेबल क्लेम का, and 130 will explain. Okay, this question has been asked in the past. Okay, this was asked in 2011. Okay, और ये क्वेश्चन जो है 2008 में पूछा गया था एमपी में पहले, बाकी बहुत जगह रिपीट किया जाता है. तो बेसिकली योर प्रीवियस years are important to an extent. Okay, to understand how you have to attempt all the questions. But again, those are already there in your LMS, whatever weekly tasks you get, उधर वो सारे questions होते हैं. ठीक है, so you do not have to worry about that also. ठीक है, have you understood this question? Then comes perpetuity. This is the most common question asked in all the states. It is the favorite of everybody. So we'll explain what is rules against perpetuity. Policy बताओगे कि हम ये नहीं चाहते रेस्ट नूलियस. Policy to avoid res nullius, है ना, res nullius. Okay, sun kissed I have become all of a sudden. Okay, so see, res nullius you'll explain policy, then you'll explain the purpose and everything. Okay, how perpetuity was involved, section 13 and 14 you'll explain. I will clear this thing. I will clear the board, right? Everybody has jotted down the previous points ना, यही लिख लेते हैं. कैसे लिखोगे? रेस नूलियस लिखोगे. Then you'll explain section 13 and 14 in brief. You'll explain the case laws. Okay, Mitchell versus Whitby versus Mitchell. Sorry, Whitby versus Mitchell. Whitby है. ठीक है, Whitby versus Mitchell. You'll explain double possibilities. You'll explain the ingredients. Brief में, ठीक है, क्या क्या होते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कीप एक्सप्लेनिंग ये है 18 साल से कम का बच्चा है, ये है वो है, पूरा नहीं. मतलब you'll explain the essential ingredients. See, if you can write the entire thing, it is well and good, great, है ना. The more you write, the better. But you have to save your time also. For this, you have to practice. Abhi, if you're taking 15 minutes, 40 minutes in a question, I've seen. So obviously, you shouldn't be thinking so much. First portion should be how to complete on time. Then you explain everything else, है ना. फिर देखो कि अच्छा, I can add something else extra also. So that is a different thing. Primarily, what you have to remember is that I have to attempt everything at all. कुछ छूटे ना. तो इंग्रेडिएंट्स बता दो आप 13-14 के, और फिर उसके बाद आप बता दो, आपका कंक्लूजन कर दो. ठीक है, कि इसलिए ये एक्सेप्शन बनता है एक तरीके से जनरल रूल का, दैट ओनली लिविंग पर्सन्स आर देयर इन्वॉल्व्ड. दिस इज अ एक्सेप्शन टू द सेम. ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? रूल्स अगेंस्ट परपेचुइटी पे कैसे लिखोगे? दिस इज अ 4 मार्कर. ओके, दिस इज अ स्मॉल क्वेश्चन हमसे, तो 1.5 पन्ने में निपटा दो, है ना. 1.5 पेजेस, 2 पेजेस. ओके, सबके समझ में आ गया ना? विराज एंड ऑल, विपुल सरन, people who are from MP especially.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो अब क्लियर करते हैं बोर्ड. See, this you've discussed. Now comes ICA, Indian Contract Act. Again, this is also something is really easy. This paper was, see, ICA is relatively easy, but remember one thing, ये लोग bailment, bailer ये सब एरिया से पूछते हैं सवाल. ठीक है, agency, these are their favorite portions. They'll ask you question in your prelims also and in your mains also. ठीक है, this is a very common question, doctrine of frustration, asked in a lot of years, lot of previous years. Okay, lot of previous years, not only in MP but in other states as well. Okay, so this is a very important portion. This we will be discussing. मतलब ICA, Indian Contract Act में those who studied उनको समझ में आ जाए, जो नहीं पढ़े अभी वो पढ़ेंगे आगे जाके. So this is very important. There are 3 case laws. Okay, Taylor versus Caldwell. Okay, मान सिंह वर्सेस खजान सिंह. मान वर्सेस खजान लिख देते हैं यहाँ पे, है ना. और तीसरा है आपका प्रैक्टिकल इम्पॉसिबिलिटी का. ओके, मुंगीर राम. ओके, एस बी घोष करके, सत्यव्रता घोष करके है. एस बी घोष वर्सेस मुंगीर राम बांगर. मुंगीर राम बांगर. So you'll start with the question itself. Okay, you'll explain where it is given. Section 53, मतलब section 56. Okay, section 56 में they've given the provision of doctrine of frustration. Okay, that is any agreement which is initially valid but becomes void subsequently. So you'll explain that. You'll explain the first case law, which is Taylor versus Caldwell. Then you'll explain how it is incorporated in Indian law. There are 2 provisions. Okay, when it becomes impossible, all the law tells you that you cannot perform the same. So you'll explain the case laws for the same law. के लिए आप बता दोगे मान सिंह वर्सेस खजान सिंह. पहले केस लॉ के लिए आप टेलर वर्सेस कॉल्डवेल बता दोगे. और लास्ट में आता है प्रैक्टिकल इम्पॉसिबिलिटी. ये जो है फिजिकल इम्पॉसिबिलिटी से रिलेटेड है. फिजिकल, ठीक है, ये लीगल. ये हो गया आपका लीगल. ओके, और ये हो गया आपका प्रैक्टिकल. तो तीनों पोर्शंस, you'll explain all the 3 portions beautifully. They'll be very happy with you. Then you'll explain the effect. Okay, effect बता दोगे. effect है section 65. section 65. ठीक है. So these portions you'll explain. This is how your structure is going to be of the answer. You'll explain the ingredients, the policy behind the same, that law is based on equity and justice, and we are not going to force somebody to do something which is impossible for him, है ना. Therefore this provision is there. लॉ बताओगे, सेक्शन बताओगे आप किस सेक्शन में दिया हुआ है, पॉलिसीज बताओगे, केस लॉज बताओगे, है ना. इलस्ट्रेशन देनी है, इलस्ट्रेशन दे दो. और इफेक्ट, नेट इफेक्ट क्या होगा इस अग्रीमेंट का. सो इट बिकम्स void later on, right? ठीक है, this is something we'll discuss also in the class. We have also a little bit, but have you understood the point? ऐसे लिखोगे. Then second comes wagering contract. Wagering contract is really easy. You explain what is a wager. You explain wagering contract. क्या होता है wagering contract? ठीक है, सट्टा, है ना. You'll explain that equal chances of winning and losing is there. Okay, why is it void? You'll explain again. Okay, and there is this case law also. You'll explain that case law. Gherulal Parekh versus Mahadev Das. This you can write last में. Gherulal Parekh और Mahadev Das. Standard question. Okay, Mahadev Das. Has everybody understood this point? 3 चीजें बताओगे. वेजर बताओगे क्या होता है. वेजरिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, what is there in which section? Section 30 will discuss and all. Okay, section 30, 31, all these sections you'll discuss. ठीक है. एंड घेरूलाल पारेख वर्सेस महादेव दास बता दोगे. जिस भी प्रोविजन में दिया हुआ है वो बताओगे और आंसर बता दोगे. ठीक है. Just give me a moment. I'll have some water. Then we'll continue. पर ये पोर्शन आपके सबके समझ में आ गया ना?
Yes, sir.
देख रहे हो ना, स्क्रीन दिख रहा है। सेक्शन 30 बता देना और ये बता देना, ठीक है? बस इतना बता दोगे बहुत है। देन कम्स बेलमेंट, बेलर, बेली। Just write the, yes, one side of page. No, two sides actually. Two sides of a page. 1.5 pages, two sides. एक ये, डेढ़ ये. उतना you'll start writing, you'll understand how much you have to write. Start writing small for both the portions. Long questions and small questions. You'll get to know कितना कितना लिखना है करके. ठीक है? Okay. Then comes this portion, bailment, bailer, and bailey. This again you have to write bare act provisions only. Section 148, 149 you write. Explain the same. What is bailment? Who's a bailer? Who's a bailey? And what are their legal duties if required? But I think this much. If the question is asking discuss bailment, then discuss bailment. Who's a bailer and bailey? Okay, that much is enough. If you have space and if you have the time, explain the duties and rights. In brief, just write bullet points. Okay, that is enough. So this is how you'll complete your ICA contract, ICA portion. Okay, manage your time properly. Okay, give 7 to 8 minutes maximum to these questions. 8 minutes maximum to these questions, because see, if you'll be attempting your paper, 20 मिनट तो आपका पेपर पढ़ने में लग जाएगा, है ना? अगर 180 मिनट का पेपर है तो 20 से 30, 150 मिनट बचता है आपके पास, 150 मिनट्स मतलब. Okay, so if you have 150 minutes, you have to understand accordingly how am I going to attempt everything. So manage your time properly. 12 minutes to 14 for long answers, 6 to 8 minutes for the short ones. If you can write fast, 6 minutes are more than enough also for people. Some of them I've seen. Okay, 6 to 8. But this much you have to remember. This much time you have to allocate to yourself. Allocate time. Time is the most important commodity for you as a person who's preparing for exams also, right now also and in the future. Okay, so time you have to manage. Now comes the next portion, which is SRA. It talks, see, this is again a very common question. What contracts can be specifically performed? So you'll explain section 10. All contracts can be specifically performed subject to 14, 16 and 20. Okay, so this you'll explain 14, 16, 20, and then you'll explain the provision of rescission of contract. That when can a contract be rescinded? This again will take some time. When you'll start explaining this portion ना, ये आपका आराम से 1.5 पन्ना 2 पन्ना ले लेगा, 2 pages. This will take at least 2 pages of your time. Okay, when you'll start explaining everything, because I see, मतलब contract generally are specifically performed only, except 14, 16 and 20. So you'll explain those provisions, है ना? So you'll explain the ingredients and everything. Okay, so that much you have to write. Okay, and second you'll explain when can it be rescinded. So that again is something going to take you like 1 page at least. Okay, so this is how you'll attempt. Yes, Farah. नहीं, Adarsh. Yes, Adarsh.
So how can these contracts be rescinded under specific relief act?
This you'll explain section 26, 25 and all these provisions are there, है ना? Rescission के लिए भी है ना? So they will write. Okay, it is there in the SRA itself. 28 actually. Okay, have you understood, Adarsh?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो ये बताओगे. फिर आता है सब्स्टिट्यूटेड परफॉर्मेंस. ठीक है, तो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड परफॉर्मेंस में आप बताओगे कि सब्स्टिट्यूट परफॉर्मेंस है कहाँ. सो दिस you'll explain section 20. You'll explain the basic ingredients, you'll explain everything कि क्या होता है, कैसे. See, substitute performance you'll study in detail later on, but to say something in brief, it is when I allow some other person to perform the contract for me. Okay. Have you understood? And the time limit for that and everything else is given there. So you'll read section 20 and you'll explain it there. Okay, next comes declaratory decree. Okay, now declaratory decree again is something which is given in section 34. Okay, so this you'll explain. What is a declaratory decree? है ना, कि declaration के लिए आप apply करते etc etc etc. Something you'll understand in detail later on. But okay, यहाँ पे practical utility की बात की जाती है. तो there is this one practical utility of declaratory decree which is to save the suit money. Okay, fees मतलब court fees. Okay, so this you can explain. That this is how I'm practically trying to save the time. Okay, have you understood? Again, it's a 4-marker question, so you do not have to write much. Okay, everybody understood? Aditya, Ahmed, Akash, Bharti. Are there any questions? Anukriti.
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलो बोलो.
So please, can you discuss the practical utility wala part?
See, this is something actually you will be discussing later on in SRA. But see, what happens is, if I have to explain briefly, है ना? देखो, briefly if I have to explain is something. See, what happens is we try to explain declaratory decree something जहाँ पे हम लोग declaration के लिए apply करते हैं. Then there is this proviso which talks about that unless until further relief is there. If a further relief is there, then you have to apply for further relief. Okay, तो ये provision है at large. You'll study this in detail, but I'm telling you something छोटा सा, ठीक है? तो वो पोर्शन इसलिए इन्वॉल्व करा गया है ताकि कोर्ट फीस सेव करी जा सके. सी, डेक्लेरेशन इज कि मेरा राइट एग्जिस्ट करता है या नहीं करता है इफ इट इज अनसर्टन. ओके, अनसर्टन राइट के लिए इसके लिए तो 27 28 लिख दोगे बहुत है. 27 28 29, सॉरी इसके लिए नहीं, इसके लिए 27 28 29. ओके, 27 28 29, पर ये पढ़ोगे आप बाद में तो अलग बात. अब क्या होता है, एक राइट अनसर्टन होता है ना, तो उसको सर्टन करने के लिए डेक्लेरेशन अप्लाई की जाती है. वी अप्लाई फॉर अ डेक्लेरेशन सो दैट एन अनसर्टन राइट कैन बी असर्टन. So for that only practical utility is, see, what happens is whenever I'm applying in the court, I want to make sure that the court fees, अभी देखो मान लो मेरा right पक्का नहीं है तो court fees मान लो 100 रुपए होती है, ठीक है? If I'm applying for declaration that this property belongs to me, the court fees is 100 rupees. Then once I'm applying for the suit property, okay, if I'm applying for a particular suit, the value also increases. So this is something you have to explain. Okay, this you'll understand. You'll be reading this thing in detail. You haven't studied, I think, others SRA अभी तक का ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो कोई बात नहीं. You will be dealing with this. Don't worry. ठीक है? अभी यहाँ पे अगर मैं बेसिक समझाने बैठ गया तो काफी टाइम लग जाएगा उस चीज में. पर ये एक बेसिक आइडिया होता है, ठीक है? प्रैक्टिकल यूटिलिटी इसलिए बोली जाती है कि वी वांट टू सेव मनी ऑफ द कोर्ट, ऑफ द पर्सन ऑल्सो, लिटिगेंट एक्चुअली. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट इज देयर, नॉट द कोर्ट बट द लिटिगेंट. ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड आदर्श अभी?
Yes, sir.
हाँ ठीक है, चलो ठीक है. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू राइट. ओके, आई वाज टेलिंग ऑल्सो ना, बेसिक्स यहाँ पे डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, बेसिक्स के लिए आप होंगे क्लासेस, ठीक है? तो ये होगा. फिर लास्ट में लिमिटेशन आ जाता है. इसके लिए सेक्शन 9 लिख देना. सिंपल है. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय, सी, limitations basic purpose you'll write the policy behind limitation act, है ना? We want to ensure that all the suits have been filed timely. Section 9 is a manifestation of the same. Okay, section 9 is a manifestation of the same. You'll explain section 9 in detail and then you'll explain the administration part, which is the proviso of section 9. So these are the 3 things you have to explain in this question. It's a 4-marker, so you do not have to explain a lot of things. 1.5 pages are enough. Okay. Yes, Adarsh, you have a question. You raised your hand. Do you have a question? और ये गलती से हो गया, कोई बात
No, sir, गलती से.
कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है? Then comes written acknowledgement. Okay, 4 मार्क का ये हो गया. ये तो सबके समझ में आ गया ना कैसे लिखूंगा. 4 मार्क का सवाल है, छोटा छोटा लिखूंगा मैं, ठीक है? Then comes written acknowledgement. Written acknowledgement again, it's 4 marks. So you'll explain section 18, 19 and 20 in the body. 20 would be your conclusion actually, that who all can apply. Okay. Acknowledgement किसके द्वारा दिया जा सकता है? Who can give an acknowledgement is under 20. So you'll first explain acknowledgement. Okay. Then you'll explain section 18, 19. You'll explain the ingredients that it should be in writing and everything else. Okay. Signed by the person. है ना? Etc. etc. These things you have to explain. Okay. And then you'll explain the effect. What is the effect? It extends the time actually. Okay. It does not give a fresh cause of action. There are 2 case laws also for the same. There's this one Lakshmi Nath Cotton Mills versus Aluminium Lakshmi Nath Cotton Mills versus, I'll write it in a fresh board only. Lakshmi Nath Cotton Mills versus Aluminium Corporation of India. Aluminium Corp of India. Year is 1971. Okay. So this case law you can write. There's one more, Tilak Ram versus Nathu. So these case laws, they've discussed the concept of acknowledgement in detail. Okay, Tilak Ram versus Nathu. अब दोनों याद आ गए. If you can write both the points, well and good. Otherwise, this is very important to explain the effect. Okay, Tilak Ram versus Nathu. So these things you will write and you will conclude your answer. Have you understood everyone? है ना, गौतम, इप्सिता, ठीक है. लास्ट में चार्ज और लियन है. ये सब के लिए तो आप 4 पॉइंट्स लिख लो. अब यहाँ पे तो हम घुसेंगे नहीं ज्यादा. ठीक है. What you have to do is you'll draw a line, you'll write the difference between charge and lien. Okay. Differences if there are short, small questions, आप लोग line draw करके 4 points differences लिख दोगे. Okay. So this is a 4 marks and comes indigent person. I would have discussed everything, but we are running short of time and there are certain other things you have to point out as well. So we'll discuss that. ठीक है. ये सब आप पढ़ोगे भी बाद में. ठीक है. Suits by indigent person. Very easy. You have to explain order 33. Write the important provisions. Okay, write the important provisions of order 33. That is rule 1, 2, 3. है ना, rule 1 तो बताओगे, 2, 3. I would actually say that explain everything in brief and then write the rules. ठीक है, साइड में लिख दिया rule 2 and 3. If you're writing clubbing something together, let's say. Okay, if you want to write the effect also, if you want to write who will apply and who is an indigent person. Okay, so first explain who's an indigent person. Okay, then application. Okay, who will apply, how will he apply, and everything else. Then what will be the effect if it is rejected or accepted? है ना, क्या होगा? रिजेक्ट करा तो क्या होगा? Grounds of rejection and when will it be accepted? So this you will explain. And lastly, the net effect. Okay, who will pay the court fees and everything else towards the end of this, like while you're concluding your answer. ठीक है, तो ऐसे आप लिखोगे. ठीक है, have you understood the portion? Order 33 is there. You will read order 33 if you haven't. You will explain who is an indigent person. You'll explain how will he apply, what will happen if it is rejected, and what will happen if it is accepted, and what will happen when the decree comes in his favor or it does not come in his favor. Who is going to pay the fees? Okay, this you will explain. And finally, you will explain this one portion also where they say that legal services are to be provided by the state. Okay, this one last line you can write. So this is how you write indigent person. Okay, have you understood? Others, Tanishka, Akash, Viraj, Sonia, Shashank, Ipshita, Chikita, Kiran, Ravi Bhushan, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Right? This is how you have to write. And comes last में fraudulent transfer. Fraudulent transfer is also very easy. You'll explain section 53. Okay, and when is it voidable? What happens? It becomes voidable at the instance of the creditors / the subsequent transferee. Okay, so this is how you have to write. Simple fraudulent transfer, you'll explain the policy. In all the questions, remember you have to explain the policy, the ingredients, and the section itself, and then conclude with the answer. If it is a small answer, if it is a long answer, I will explain a bit more. I will go into the history. I will delve into the illustrations. I will explain a bit more. Right? I'll explain the essentials a bit more. So this you have to keep in mind. How am I going to write the answer? Okay, very important. If you can connect it, there will be portions where you have to connect it with the other sections. For example, you can explain the burden of proof, for example. है ना, burden of proof बताना चाहोगे, burden of proof, on whom the burden of proof lies. Like in cases of fraud, you will try to explain, right? In case of free consent, you will try to explain on whom the burden of proof lies. So these things you have to keep in mind. So उसके लिए you can connect it with the Indian Evidence Act. For that, you can connect it with the Indian Evidence Act. If there's something which is there related to CPC and some other provision is also there, corollary provision. So you can explain those provisions. Not explain also, but at least mention those provisions. Remember, your answer should be unique. So there should be something which the other person is not writing, and that depends on you. है ना? Everybody has their own beauty. Like for me, I would have explained secularism in the starting. Many of us would have not done that. If I'm trying to explain like SR Bombai's case for the term secularism, so that is something which is my ingredient, which I'm using there, right? So similarly, you can do also. That comes through practice. That will be something when your first basics are clear. Certainly, you can understand all the other provisions of the acts as well. Like अब आप पढ़ोगे आगे जाके laws तो आपका complete हो ही जाएगा eventually ना. So then you'll realize, okay, this is what I can add here. This is what I can add here. Motive if I want to explain. In IPC also, for example, if you want to tell something. So this is how you're going to write. Okay, have you understood? Now concluding points. Do you have any questions? Then we'll just conclude the session. Any questions, students? Yes, Adarsh.
Sir, how much time should we reasonably complete this paper?
So yes, this is what we'll discuss next. Okay. See, ideally 6 to 7 words, 6 to 7 minutes is what you have to give to your small questions after you've read them. ठीक है, आपने दिमाग में आंसर बना लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, then you will write. It will take 5 minutes, don't worry. You're concluding in 5. Okay, 6 to 7 you'll explain everything. 6 to 7 minutes you'll explain 150 words. This is what your time limit should be. Dates, or you give yourself 150 minutes for every paper. In general, 150 minutes for a paper. And now once you've read everything, 150 minutes you should take, and try to ensure that 6 to 7 minutes I'm completing all the papers. Okay, yes, we'll discuss that in the next portion. 6 to 7 minutes you'll explain all the essential, like 6 to 7 minutes you have to give to the small answer. Ideally I'm saying, ठीक है, अगर आपका इतना हो जाता है बहुत बढ़िया है. And 12 minutes. So there's this trick which I use is that count your words per minute speed, right? If you're writing an answer, keep a stopwatch next to you sometimes and count your words per minute. That way you'll get to know, हाँ चलो इतना speed है, I can improve, this is how I have to improve. Okay, because time limit is important. Time limit you have to refrain, like you have to understand कि हाँ इतना time मुझे लगेगा. If you're taking 8 minutes, 10 minutes others, then it depends. Okay, others, Tanishka, everybody else who's there, Viraj and all. If you're taking more than 10 minutes, that is a bad situation. In that case, you're not going to complete your paper. For a small answer, I'm saying if you're taking 10 minutes, that is a lot of time. Towards the end of the lesson, like towards the end of the paper, you'll be scribbling everything. So 6 to 7 minutes is the best case scenario. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This you have to keep in mind. Remember, you have to complete all your papers. Remember, you have to understand that this. Also, remember one last point, which is very important, that never take a paper for granted. Never think that this is the pattern, so they're going to stick to it. You have to be prepared for everything. Okay, this happens in a lot of states. They keep changing their pattern. MP ने उत्तराखंड का अपना लिया, उत्तराखंड ने MP का अपना लिया था पिछले साल. ठीक है, उत्तराखंड में लास्ट ईयर ओनली जजमेंट राइटिंग की. आई हैव टोल्ड यू आल्सो. ठीक है, MP ने उत्तराखंड को अपनाया, उत्तराखंड ने MP को अपना लिया. पता नहीं क्या हुआ, पर आप तो पेपर देखते रह जाओगे ना. यू डू नॉट हैव टू डू दैट. ओके, यू डू नॉट हैव टू stop your preparation or restrict your preparation to one particular portion कि हाँ ऐसे ही होगा. Okay, have you understood? So next lecture, not next session, but in the next week, I think we'll have another session for criminal law. Okay, and then judgment writing. Okay, we'll discuss these 3 papers. Have you understood? Any questions, anybody? Yes, Adarsh.
So, are we going to have a session on MP pre as well?
No. For that, तो you have to. When it will come, we'll have those maybe. है ना? अभी तो नहीं. अभी there is no need. अभी तो मेंस ही हुआ है. जब होगा सबको बुलाएंगे. है ना? So I hope this was productive for everyone and you understood everything. Okay. Yes, Adarsh.
Sir, I have a question apart from this. Actually, sir, I just wanted to know how did you prepare for the MP pre-exam relating to GK part?
GK actually I studied from Lucent. है ना? You'll get notes here, but it is not exhaustive in nature, I would say. What I've seen in our coaching, in this coaching institute also, they give you capsules, weekly capsules. है ना? So that is more than enough, I would say. They'll give you GK के लिए also they have this portion. So that is more exhaustive because they've compared it to previous years. They've analyzed it better. When I was preparing, I wasn't analyzing the papers actually properly initially when I was preparing. This year also when I prepared, it was because my GK is relatively, I've worked on it. So some of those portions I knew and my GK portion didn't go well, to be honest. It was my law which saved me and my English. I scored somewhere around, I think, I got 2 answers which were wrong in English. ठीक है, out of total 10 होता है शायद. There are 10 questions, I think. है ना? And computer was there. So computer is also something difficult. Law was something which was my strong point. So I scored well in that. है ना? 110 में से अगर आप 100 स्कोर कर दोगे ऐसा कुछ, I scored somewhere around 95, 96, I think, or more than that, I believe. 98 ke around. So that was where I focused. But for GK, I would say that you can go through the modules. That is more productive. That will save your time also. If you feel something else you need, then obviously there are a lot of GK is something which is not really exhaustive, right? It's really vast. GK is something which is really vast, and you can't really say MP is going to focus on this only. But there are local and this general static GK is something. This year they were focusing on present current affairs. So current affairs ke liye, I think they give you monthly capsules, weekly capsules, I think. So that is more than enough. That should be sufficient. Okay, Adarsh?
Okay, sir.
Sir, what was the total marks question, sir?
Which question?
How many marks that this concept belongs, sir?
Which portion? This portion?
Yes, sir. This portion also this question that you described, sir.
10 marks for GK. 10 marks for computer and this thing, and 20 for GK. And then 110 for law. 10 for English, 10 for computer, and this thing. 20 for GK, 40 होगा आपके, और फिर 110 आपके लॉ के. ठीक है? So this is how you prepare for your preliminary examinations. Okay? Pre के लिए इतना पोर्शन काफी रहता है. Rest you'll start preparing. Focus on law right now. Study GK. Study current affairs most importantly. Current affairs are really important. Then you'll start preparing. When you'll start appearing for exams, when notifications come out, that time you'll start preparing thoroughly. And the institute will also provide you a lot of notes and everything. So don't worry. यहाँ से आपका सारा clear हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Because the MCQs are also there. Right? They've analyzed the MCQs. हर state का उठा के देते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि अपने state का दिया. There are new questions also. There are latest case laws also. They ask you questions from in the monthly tests and weekly tests, whatever you have. So that thing is there. Don't worry about MCQs and everything. आप अपने law पे focus करो, classes पे focus करो. बाकी ये तो हो जाएगा. ये तो आपके लिए कर ही रहे ना सब. इसके लिए काम चल रहा है पीछे से. So you do not have to worry about that. ठीक है? Classes and the material they provide you. ठीक है? Okay? Everybody understood everything? Are there any further questions? We'll end the session. You have a lecture. in 5 minutes, I believe.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.